Hey, how are you guys doing? I just wanted to hop on here and say what's up. Like, I know it's been a minute, and I did just want to check in with you all in light of a conversation that I was recently having with a friend. For those of you that don't know, I don't usually come online sharing all of the personal details of my life, but your girl been going through it, okay? Really this year, maybe since last fall, okay? It's just been a lot going on my end. So for those of you that may have been wondering, like, yo, where's Danny at? She don't be posting like that, which I'm sure some of you have noticed over the past couple of years. I haven't been posting as consistently as I was. Look, when I launched my business back in 2017, I was on here every day doing my tarot posts. I was hopping on live at one point, like a few times a week. You know, we had that momentum going. But I will say probably during the pandemic, that might have been the start of things kind of falling off for me and just not feeling as motivated to be constantly pumping out content. And mostly for free. I don't think a lot of people realize that the people that create content on these apps, we're doing it for free. So I do always just like to gently remind people, you know, if you're not tipping, donating, everybody's not asking for money, but do make sure that you are liking, that you are commenting and sharing people's content. There's a lot of time and energy that goes into creating content. And if you haven't really, you know, been in that position yourself, you might not really recognize what all goes into it. But it's a lot. And to be honest, I will say that's probably why I haven't been posting as much over the past couple of years. I'm not gonna lie, I get in my feelings sometimes and I just be feeling like, why am I doing all of this? I'm doing all this stuff for free. Half the time people can't even acknowledge, you know, what I'm doing with like a like or a comment, something like. And I know that's oftentimes it's my ego kind of doing its thing or whatever. But also it's a very real experience that I feel like a lot of content creators have at many points throughout our journeys. So I've definitely been kind of in that space here, I will say, over the past couple of years, where I have been fighting a little bit with myself and how I want to show up on social media and how much I want to post and what kind of things I want to post and how I want to post them. I mean, I'm sure you guys know now, Reels are super popular. That's what's getting all the engagement. That's what's growing followers and accounts, if that's really still happening for people. But yeah, so now, you know, things have shifted into that kind of realm thanks to TikTok. And for those of you that know me, you know I'm not really even on TikTok like that. I just never really felt too drawn to get onto that app. To be honest, I'm just not really much of a social media person. I don't like to spend my days just being on social media all day. And that's a personal preference. I know some people that they love it. That's their thing. But for me, it can be overwhelming being on various apps all the time, creating content for various apps. Keep in mind, y'all, if you don't know, this has been a one-woman show. I know some of you have asked at certain points, Danny, who does your social media? Like, who does your graphic design? Who creates your content? Me, and me, okay? Me and Canva, okay? So look, for those of you that are entrepreneurs and things like that, Canva is really that girl, okay? Canva has had me over here looking like I have a whole ass social media manager, and I do not, y'all. I've been doing this all by myself since 2017. Now, I won't say that that's the best approach, but it's the most feasible approach for me right now because it costs money to pay people to help you with your business, right? So I'm not in that space yet where I can really afford to hire help. So I have had to just be very realistic about what I, as one person, am capable of offering and sustaining. And, you know, in the earlier years of my business, when I was just pumping out all of that content all of the time, you know, behind the scenes, I don't think a lot of people knew, like, I was getting sick a lot. I ended up in urgent care a couple of times for like debilitating migraines, dehydration, like, and mind you, I was working full time, or have been working full time in corporate the majority of time that I've been in business. I've only had maybe 1 year throughout my business where I was not working in corporate. So I'm working probably on average 60 hours, if not more, a week. Okay. So just kind of do the math and then put 2 and 2 together and be like, oh, no wonder this bitch is burnt out and she ain't been on social media like that, because your girl is tired. Okay. But, you know, in the midst of me taking space for myself and, you know, giving myself space to be tired and to not be superwoman, I have also been in an interesting space of figuring out like how to create more structure for myself, how to create more balance in my life too, where I feel like, okay, like I can show up on social media for my people, but I can also still be present in my own personal life and with my own personal relationships and friends and family and, you know, so many different moving pieces in my own life. You know, trying to damn work out 3 times a week seems so hard. Like, it's so hard, guys. Like, just adulting and trying to manage like all of these different aspects of life. And then on top of that, you know, add a business in there too for a little razzle dazzle, right? So your girl has definitely been burnt out plenty of times over the past, gosh, was it 5-6 years in business here? So I really appreciate those of you that have just stuck with me throughout this time, that didn't just unfollow me because, oh, she hasn't posted, you know, in a couple of weeks or something. You know, just thank you for those of you that even y'all check in, y'all hop in my DMs. Danny, are you okay? I haven't heard from you in a while. I really appreciate those messages as well. And for the people that recognize, like, I'm a human and I'm not just a robot out here reading tarot cards and just like cranking out content all the time. So I did just want to hop on here and say hey, and to just share about a recent conversation that I was having with a friend that's kind of bringing some things into perspective for me. So in light of the conversation that me and my friend were having, I was recently sharing with her how just given everything that's been going on in my life the past several months, like, to be completely honest, it's been a bit of a shit show in certain areas. I'm definitely grateful for the areas that it has not been a shit show. But yes, there has definitely been some tower moments in my life here within this past several months. And I was telling a friend, like, I just feel like I'm all over the place. I don't feel like stable as I once did before. Like, I don't know. Like, and as I was sharing with her, I heard the word devotion come through. And I was like, ooh, I like this word, devotion. I mean, to me, it always sounded sexy, like, you know, a super obsessed lover or something, and they're like completely devoted to you and they're not even looking and thinking about anybody else. It's just you. Sure, I mean, we can be talking about that kind of devotion, but in this case, I feel like that word was coming through for me to remind me of how important the practice of devotion is. And usually when people hear devotion, they might think of the Bible or some type of little daily scripture book or something they're getting into. Devotion is not just solely applicable to Christianity. So please get that out of your mind. Regardless of whatever your religious beliefs background, you know, even if you don't have any religious beliefs, we can all practice devotion. Okay. Ultimately, devotion is an act of commitment. Okay. You know, it's like, what are you committed to? What are you loyal to? What are you showing up consistently for? And, you know, with that word coming through for me, I was like, okay, well, clearly I'm not showing up consistently for myself in a certain area. You know, maybe there's a little more pressure I could be applying to a certain area of my life. So that is something that I have challenged myself to do here in dubbing the term the summer of devotion. As I was telling my friend, in our conversation. I was like, yeah, so I think this summer I just really want to focus on, you know, getting back into some sort of devotional practice that restores that sense of balance and security and stability to my life that I feel has just gone out the window maybe since last fall. So I am super excited actually to begin this journey for myself. And you might be asking, okay, Danny, well, what are you devoted to here this summer? And that's really a great question. And I hope that you also ask yourself that, because I'm going to ask you at the end what you're devoted to. But yeah, what am I devoted to here this summer? And actually, after recently going on a vacation and just spending more time reflecting on this idea of devotion, and hey, now that we're in Leo season, it's like something clicked for me. And right now, what I am devoted to is showing up more consistently and authentically, okay? And what does that look like? Especially given everything that I just told y'all there in the first part of this video, like, you know, I've just kind of been going through my own stuff and I haven't been as consistent or haven't been as available online and stuff like that. So for me, you know, that consistency, it does look like showing up a little more on social media and whatnot, but it does include showing up more authentically. So if that means I don't feel like posting a tarot reading that day, that means you're not going to get a tarot reading that day. If that means I just want to hop on here and talk to y'all, just like I'm doing right now, that means you're going to just see me talking to you guys, no tarot cards. So this is something that I am embracing here for myself this summer. And also at the same time, kind of challenging myself to get back online a little more consistently. To be honest, as tiring and as draining as content creation can be, I don't want to make it seem all bad. I have been so grateful and so humbled by the community that I've been able to build with social media and with this platform specifically. This is the platform that got it popping for me, guys, okay? So as much as I complain about the algorithm and how much I don't want to do reels all day, every day, like this is the platform that made it possible for me to read tarot professionally and to build a business around this. So, and it wouldn't have been possible without you guys, without the people that follow me here. I really don't like that term much. The people that, you know, join my community, the people that are interested in what I have going on. Like there's so many amazing connections that I've made through this platform. With so many of you living in so many different parts of the world and the country, and it's just so amazing to just have that sense of connection, even with people that I have never met. So I am so grateful for you guys, and I want to let you know that too. I don't want to sit on here and just bitch and complain, although I will bitch and complain because that's authentic too. That's how I feel about this process sometimes. It's tiring, it's draining. You ask any content creator, they're going to tell you, yeah, man, I've been burnt out like plenty of times. Okay, so whenever I'm in that mode of complaining, I'm just burnt out and I'm tired and I probably need a vacation, okay, which I just took. So that might be why I'm feeling like, I think I can be on here a little more. So yes, I am devoted this summer and beyond this summer to showing up more authentically, especially in this space. So even if that means I'm hopping on here and telling y'all, bitch, I'm in a mood and I don't feel like it today, but I hope you having a good day. That might be all you get from me some days, okay? Some days you might get a picture of what I ate for breakfast. Other days, look, you might get a picture of me smoking a joint. I don't know. But whatever you get, it is going to be authentic. It's not going to be as curated, maybe. Just like that baby in the background hollering here. So cheers for authenticity. So that is my question that I want to leave you guys with here. What are you devoted to this summer? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. Y'all know I am not a bitch that is bougie and be leaving y'all on red and don't be responding to y'all. So get in the motherfucking comments and let me know, what are you devoted to this summer? Danny over here, we're devoted to the authenticity and all of that. What are you devoted to? Is it pleasure? Is it play? Is it creativity? Is it intimacy? Is it your success? Is it your health, your well-being? What is it? Drop it in the comments below. I want to know, and I want to chat with you. I want to support you, and send you all the good vibes, because that's what I'm here for. All right, so thank you all. If you listened this long, y'all really fuck with me. If you listen to this long, you clearly just like hearing me talk, but that means the world to me as well, because that means that we connect, we here. Okay. So thank you guys. I hope you are having a beautiful Sunday, a weekend, whenever you find this video. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll be talking to y'all soon.